Subscribe or they will haunt you. What are the most boring / mundane things that excite you? Astronomer here. I always cheer up so much when I see the moon. You can be going about your daily life with all its troubles, then boom. Suddenly you see another little world men have walked on that was formed in a fiery collision billions of years ago. Man, I feel so happy we live on a planet that has a moon. Statistics. Organizing my work desk makes me happy. When the discount stores get bulk of branded items and sells them on cheaply. I just got a catering sized Ben & Jerry's ice cream tub, 4.5L, for £3.50. All of my family sitting down eating together. Didn't ever have that without shouting and arguing before. Cuddling with my BF, since I used to be very anti-touch with most people. A new old book. Like new to me, but old and still in good condition. Driving. I love it. I used to drive around 800 to 900 miles a week for my old job, and even at the worst point I still enjoyed actually driving. A clean house. Spotting a puppy or animal and the owner asking if I want to pet it. Warm weather when it just starts to sprinkle after a long hot day at work. I could go on forever lol. Mundane things please me more than exciting ones, I guess. Finishing something. Really, it could be anything. But whenever I get something done it gives me an immense amount of satisfaction. This might be partially because I have autism, which makes very difficult for me to concentrate on stuff. Which makes it a lot harder to actually get anything done, no matter how small. Anyways, whenever I can get something done I feel really happy. And it always feels like a weight was removed from my shoulders. Going home after work. Ordering the same meal I order every single time I go to a restaurant. Cleaning the inside of the refrigerator. Don't know why, but I find taking out the shelves, washing them, spraying, and cleaning the inside relaxing. I have a sense of accomplishment when it's gleaming by the time I'm done. Watching my cat catch moths. I could do that for years. The night sky, just look up, stare and really think about it point, I guess. That could scare you as well. Podcasts. Trees. Blue gums are my favorite, but all big trees make me happy. Looking out a window at night and seeing the moon over rooftops and trees. Rain. No explanation needed. The sky, especially when viewed from an even slightly elevated position. The sky at night. Imagination is the only thing in the entirety of the human experience that can possibly do it justice. Lay on your back on your floor and look down over the edge of your roof into the abyss. And Andre Braugher. Drinking water, holy shit, I love drinking water. Whenever I notice I'm thirsty, you know that means it's time to drink some fucking water, love it. I just bought a new knife set for my birthday a couple of weeks ago. I think was more excited than normal when, after slicing through an onion, felt so smooth. Smell of an unopened book. Looking out my kitchen window while washing dishes, I have no dishwasher. And watch the birds at the bird feeder right below my window. Very relaxing. Using a coupon at the grocery store and not only discovering the item you're looking for. Sometimes it's not available, but finding out it's also on sale. So you save more money. For me it's trying a new toothpaste. I buy a different one every time and sometimes get so keen to try the new one I crack it open before I'm done with the last one. My favorites are when the paste isn't completely white but has blue stripes in it. When you squeeze toothpaste, how does the blob come out so neatly? You'd think it'll all get mixed together after tons of scrunching, but no, it's always neatly packed. One of the many existential questions I have faced and was too afraid to ask. Receiving packages and opening them. I wish there was a word for the feeling I feel when I see the UPS truck pull up at my house. I'm an accountant. Made a nice spreadsheet that was all linked / updated automatically with a macro. Does 6 hours of work a month in 10 minutes. It's a nice spreadsheet. I make my husband look at my spreadsheets. They are works of art. Color coded with perfect formulas that flow to other cells with even more formulas. A good spreadsheet build is almost as satisfying as a good roll in the hay. Both put me to sleep with a smile. It's always nice when someone else appreciates a spreadsheet you make. Especially when the people that you see will never appreciate it. They'll just expect it to work. When I throw away the old kitchen sponge and take out a new one from the pack, it feels like you finally have the tools to clean your dishes the way they deserve to be cleaned, instead of being touched by that bacterial infestation waiting to happen. That was the old sponge. Also, I really like chess. It bores most people to death, but to me it's just beautiful. Some of the classic matches throughout the ages are honestly a form of art. When dew/rainwater is sliding down a glass window, I always imagine it to be a race. I choose to support one droplet and get mildly disappointed if it loses. I like watching the droplet engulf the other droplets. Finding change on the ground. Back in high school, I kept a cup in my locker for any coins I found around campus. When Friday morning rolled around, I almost always had enough loose change to buy a donut from the business student's donut stand. I just liked walking to places. This is my favorite way to spend a Saturday. Once, I jumped on the bus, intending to check out the gym by my university. Somehow I ended up on the other side of the river, found the best dog park ever, watched a public orchestra concert, and sat for hours in a park just watching everyone walk around. I never made it to the gym. This sounds like the greatest day ever. You should turn this into an indie flick starting Elijah Wood. The feeling when you are reading a book in the evening and your eyes start to feel heavy and you can already tell it's gonna hella easy to drift off to sleep tonight and you are gonna get a full 8 hours. When I was a kid, I loved garbage. Not the trash under the sink. I'm talking big fucking dumpsters, garbage trucks, anything that held massive amounts of trash was for me. I would get hyped on trash day, seeing the garbage truck roll down the street, looking on as a mountain of trash would get compacted into nothing. I lived 40h. I knew the garbage men by name. I dressed up as a garbage man on Halloween for a couple of years. Just an unreal fascination with garbage. Used to watch documentaries about the dump. I even made my parents drive by the city dump so I could see Trash Mountain. When I was 7 I started liking soccer and became a normal child. Being home alone. Wow, my highest rated comment. Seeing snow. I live in a part of Australia that might see snow once a year, and while it only settles for an hour or so, it's so exciting when it happens. I also like heading to the ski resorts just to see snow. Seems so magical. Watching people. When I'm waiting for the traffic signal to go green, I look around at the people and start imagining what their story might be. Like if I see an old lady crossing the road and I would try to assume what she is doing. Maybe she is going to see her nephew and his nephew is a carpenter. As a temp I once got the job to sort a couple of cabinets full of reports. They were supposed to be sorted by date, but those who were filing had been slacking and just putting them in wherever there was room. So now they needed sorting. Those were 4 blissful hours of sitting on the floor, surrounded by stacks of paper slowly merging into the correct order. Edit. And this has now topped out as my highest scoring comment ever. Much better than the last one. Rain. I love everything about a rainy day. The smell of the earth, the sound of the rainfall, the grayscale hue that encompasses everything. I even feel physically better due to the air pressure. Oftentimes my cat and I will sit on the deck and watch a rainstorm together. Then thunder strikes, and she freaks the f*** out, scrambles inside frantically, while knocking over as much shit as possible. That moment when you got rained on, and you get home, and get to take off all your wet clothes, and put on dry clean comfortable pajamas. Drinking tea/coffee from a new cup I bought. Especially when the cup is small and cute.